And we're back.
And we're back. And we're back.
And we're back. She was going to show. Today's share is called Learning Man. We're at Burning Man. Dav Memchez Amvez. Now, I'll just tell you for posterity, they're locking us in here like they lock people in Nairobi, like they lock people in Hawaii. They're using stay in your shelter orders, which is Corona vibes. Oh, H, Shalom Aleichem, H. We're at Drowning
Aleichem
Man.
Shalom.
And everyone is stuck. And the Avishter has his will, give us Yad Dishmaya. We're just thinking about possible Hishtadlas. But of course, there's no Hishtadlas like Shteigin some Heilige Gemara. In last year that we gave Shalom Uvracha, Shalom Aleichem, Rivka. In the last year, thanks for joining us. In the last year that we gave, we analyzed a seeming contradiction in Shita's Rebbe Yossi and in the Shita of the Chachamim. Because Rebbe Yossi over here says, you can't even plant during the Yemos HaGeshamim. Pretty crazy. We're learning about Yemos HaGeshamim. He says you can't even plant under an Asherah tree in Yemos HaGeshamim because some of the leaves might fall off, and it will help it to grow. But we saw by Bittul of Avodah that Rav Yossi said, yeah, just grind it up and throw it to the wind. The Chacham were like, wait a second, though. Isn't that going to be used as fertilizer? So does Rav Yossi care about fertilizer? And the Chacham don't, or the other way around? The Gemara wants to ascertain that from the fact that Rav Yossi says that we're afraid of the leaves that fall down from the Asherah and helping the tree, that Rav Yossi holds Zevizet Gorim is Aster. And so we tried to ask the contradiction on Zevizet Gorim, and we said, no, why? It's not a contradiction. They're upon it, not a contradiction of Rav Yossi. Today's year, we're going to go deeper into the Shita of Rav Yossi. And for Zevizet Gorim, we explained, was that, yeah, the Asherah Avodah Zarah tree is causing it to grow, but also it's the regular grass, the regular ground, which is not Avodah Zarah, which is mutter. So Zev is a go, then that caused. And when Rav Yossi said that it was Azur, the Gemara said, wait, Rav Yossi holds that Zev is a Gorim is Azur? We're 4 lines from the bottom, Mem Chaz Amud Beis, the Seches Avodah Zarah, Learning Man, Burning Man. The Sabar Rav Yossi, Zev is a Gorim Azur. Rabbi Yossi says that this and that causes under. We got some you didn't track it. A lot of people are staying inside. I'm on the roof. Charlie said it's like the opposite of Hillel Zaken. The Hillel Zaken was on the roof to hear shir underneath. And I'm giving shir on the roof, and Charlie's listening to shir underneath. So, all types of mysterious nefesh. Frag the Heilige Gemara asks the Holy Talmud, V'sama Rabbi Yossi Zevzeh Gorim Azar? Oh, really? Rabbi Yossi holds that Zevzeh Gorim is Azar? Rabbi Yossi holds it like V'hadanya. But didn't we learn in
Brisa?
But there's actually that goes to Yunim, which changes it to Tarek Lomer V'hatanan. But didn't we learn in
Mishnah?
Very good. This happens in Mishnah in Orla. Perak Aleph, Mishnah Taz in Orla. Mishnah says like this. Rabbi Yossi Omer, Rabbi Yossi says, Notin Ichor Shel Orla, Ve'en Notin Ego Shel Orla, Mibnei Shehu Pri. So Rabbi Yossi says there is a type of Orla that you can plant. It's called Yichor, but you can't do Egos, which is like a walnut, which is Gematria 17, which the Mishnah Berurah says, 17 is close to Chet. No walnuts during a Seder. So the egos, you can't plant the egos because it's a fruit. But Amar Rav Yehuda, Amar Rav Yehuda, Rav Yehuda Amar Rav says, Moder Rabbi Yossi she'im nata vehivrich vehirchiv moder. That Rav Yossi is moder that the eved, if you planted, or hivrich is you stuck the branch into the ground to make it sprout more roots, or hirchiv, which is you attached it to another tree. So if you did that, it's mutter, says Rav Yossi. He also have a price like this. Motor Rav Yossi, Rav Yossi agrees. She'im not the favorite if it's mutter. So what's the question? If you're not the hirchiv, maybe this is talking about where it's not in the orla tree, but you have some orla remains. It's not the orla year anymore. Can you plant it? It's also like based on the orla, but it's also based on not. And it seems to be that Rabbi Yossi holds Zevizakorim is mutter. This and that cause is mutter. V'chidema, and if you're gonna come and say Shani le Rabbi Yossi bein Shari Surim Lavodas Kochavim, say maybe you can propose that the explanation for why Rabbi Yossi over here says Zevizakorim is other, but over there by Orla he seems to say Zevizakorim is mutter. Maybe you can explain that, yeah, it's not a contradiction. Over here, we're talking about Avodah Zarah. By Avodah Zarah, Rav Yossi is more machmir than just by Stam Orla. You know? So maybe that's the answer, the Gemara says. But don't we have another Bryce? Right? Umishani, like, does he really have a difference? But don't we have a Bryce which says Sadesh is Davla. The word Nizdavla, for everyone here in Shir who we've gone over the Binyan Hitzpa'el in Hebrew, this is a great example. The root word is Zayin Beis Lamed. It's Sevel. It means either manure or fertilizer, right? And in Binyan Hitzpa'el, it got that Dalit. Nizdavla. The field was itself. This field was, it's reciprocal, right? The human fertilized the field was fertilized by a human, and so it's nizdavla. So it gets that zayin it gets that dalet after the zayin. If you have a field that was fertilized, of idolatrous fertilizer, also a cow which was fattened, with a certain fattening agent of idolatry. Tani Chada, one guy teaches, Sada Tizra, Paratizra. So one Tana says that you can plant the field and you can check the animal, meaning it's not a problem that has a little bit of Avodah Zarah aspect to it. You know, Burning Man really is Zevizagorim, because we know the whole thing is in a pentagram, and we know that it's about sacrifice. So, like, definitely you have the Avodah Zarah aspect of it, but you also have the humans that are surviving and being creative in how to survive. And creative survival, that's the Chelek Eloha that is in all humans. A perfect Abishter does not need to survive. A perfect Abishter is just surviving, is just existing. But humans that are striving to survive is everyone showing and expressing their Chelek Eloha. So it is Zevizeh Gorem. And here we have one Tana telling us that Zevizeh Gorem, even by Avodah Zarah, is mutter. Because he says you can plant the tree, you can plant the field, even if it was fertilized with Avodah Zarah. Alternatively, you can shecht the animal fattened by Avodah Vitanya Idach. But another Tana says, another Brisa says like this: Shada Tibor, the field has to go and become like this. Tibor, Shada Tibor, Vipara Tizra, Tiraza, and starve the animal to death until he dies. You can't shecht him, you can't eat him, you can't do anything with enough with him. It has Avodah Zarah in it. My love, Rav Yosi, Rabbanan. So Gemara wants to say, oh, this is exactly the machlokes, Rav Yosi and the Rabbanan. If Zev the Gorm is mutter, Zev the Gorm is usher. Lo, Rav Elazar and Rabbanan. No, one is Rabbi Elazar and one is the Rabbanan. Hi, Rabbi Elazar and Rabbanan. Which Rabbi Elazar and Rabbanan? Ilema, if you're going to say Rabbi Elazar and Rabbanan to Sheor, that is the machlokes of Rabbi Elazar and the Rabbanan about leavened bread. Leaven, the Tanakh says in the Mishnah, Sheor shel chulin. The shel truma, so leaven that is of chulin, of mundane. The shel truma, and that is of truma food. I say truma, tithes, special tithes of the Gohanim. Shenavu dochaisa. So both types of this leaven agent fell into the isa, the dough. Lo bazeh kedei lechametz, lo bazeh kedei lechametz. There's not enough leavened bread, there's not enough leavening agents. What do you say, store? Yeast. There's not enough yeast of the kosher yeast and of the of the truma yeast and of the chun yeast. Neither of them have enough to make it rise by itself. Then it starts with a chimtu, but it comes together to make chametz. So this is really Zev Gorim over here, right, guys? This is really both you have Isser and Hader causing it. So what's the din? Rabbi Eliezer, Omer, maybe Rabbi Eliezer, maybe Rabbi Eliezer. Rabbi Eliezer, Omer, Rabbi Eliezer says, Agar Agaron Aniba. He's like the last one that fell in. That's what I'm going by. The Chum Omerin, Benjamin of Isser Lechatchila, Benjamin of Isser Lebazov, Eino Azer Aji Ebo Kedei Lechametz. If there's not enough of the true masor of the Isser yeast, of the forbidden yeast, to make it become chametz, make it to rise and become leavened bread, then it's not Azer, says the Chacham. It doesn't matter what came first or second. The Amar Abai, and Abai says, Lo shanu ela shekadam v'silek as Isser. We didn't learn except if he came in and took out the Isser, aval lo kadam v'silek as Isser. But if he didn't jump in and take the Isser out, Azer is Azer. Umi Mai, I know we're doing a lot of before we're even seeing Rashi, before we're even like totally explaining, but this is just a big sugya. So forgive me and stay tuned. And a yid made too in this course of Emuna and Bitachon and the Avishter, we will be saved. And most important, that's most important for Chabad. But also in this course of the Shteig, we'll get shot. So the Gemara asks, and don't like feel like, oh, like I'm a little lost. Like if a person's feeling, oh, I'm lost, they can't follow, because sometimes we got to see the Gemara, we got to trudge through the Bible, and then we get to put on the Rashi sandals, Rashi snowshoes, and then we can just move away, move through the Gemara freely. So the Gemara is saying, Umi Mai the time of the Rabbi Eliezer Kabai. How do you know the reason, the rationale of Rabbi Eliezer is like Abai? Dilma time of the Rabbi Eliezer. Maybe the reason for Rabbi Eliezer, Mishum de Agar Agaron Aniba. Rabbi Eliezer said, I'm going after this the thing we found last. I gamir be'isura asura ve'i gamir be'etera mutarin bein salge bein lo salge. Maybe Rabbi Eliezer is not talking about whether or not you pulled the Isser out, right? Which would mean that maybe the machlokas Rabbi Eliezer and the Chachamim is if Zev Zagorim is Azer, because Rabbi says you take the Isser out. So maybe the machlokas is not in Zev Zagorim. Maybe the machlokas is just Rabbi Eliezer holds that you have to take it out. Whatever you put in last, that's what you go after, and you don't have to take anything out. It doesn't matter. Elo Rabbi Eliezer for Rabbanan Eidim. No, it's a different machlokas Rabbi Eliezer and the Rabbanan. This machlokas that we spoke about of the field and of the cow that had some avodah zarah introduced into the system. The field wasn't avodah zarah; it just had avodah zarah fertilizer. The cow wasn't avodah zarah; it just ate avodah zarah fattening agents. So we're trying to figure out who is these two Tanaim talking in this machlokas. We said it's Rebbe Eliezer Chachamim. Which Rebbe Eliezer Chachamim? We tried the Rebbe Eliezer Chachamim by yeast. We said you can't prove it from yeast. Maybe there's other factors at play. So we say no. It's the argument Rebbe Eliezer and the Chachamim by trees. Titanan, because it says in Mishnah, incoming through the mud, y'all. Some people are driving, but they tell us not to. So either that's like one of like the Shiba vehicles that they allow to drive, or that's just a hero making moves. Okay. Um, everyone's saying get stuck, get stuck, get stuck. So yeah, real community. They talk about radical inclusion, they talk about love in this community. All the nice things that they were saying in this community, once it starts raining, you know, not everyone, not everyone is abiding by it. Some people are like, yo, this person's escaping. We hope he gets stuck. I'm telling you guys, it's rough out here. It's rough out here if God forbid rations start going short. We don't know. The one thing that I'm thinking of, Chas Shalom, is that this year. So obviously, we know that they're with chemtrails. They can make it rain whenever they want. So maybe they made it rain intentionally so we would all get stuck. Oh, we couldn't do the Burning Man. They could actually bring some human sacrifices. For 36 years, this festival was about a FAUX, a faux human sacrifice. But then this year, maybe they're actually going to try to bring some human sacrifices. We know this is a Shibud event. We know that it's shaped like a pentagram. We know that it's like an homage to human sacrifice. It's very Shibudik. But we got to see the sugya. Is Zagorim Aser or Mutter? What's the din? So he said it's by eitzim, it's by trees. It talks about burning trees right now. If you take trees, it's Azerbaijan. So where do you take the trees from? This is the Gemara Pesachim. So you took trees, it's Azerbaijan, but if you use it to cement the clay meaning when you make a clay oven, you have to you have to fire up the oven with branches and stuff. So if it's a new oven, then you have to burn it if you use the avodah zarah for it. But if it's an old oven, it's just and just let it get cold and then you're good. Afabo as a pas. If you actually cook bread in there, asura be'ana. The bread is forbidden to get hana from. There's arba ve'acherim. If that bread gets mixed in with other breads, kulan asuros. All of the bread is asur be'ana. Rabbi Eli Esachavim. Rabbi Eliezer says yolech hana yalamelach. Throw or walk the enjoyment or the benefit to the salty sea. Amrulo, they said to him, "Ain pidyon le'avodas kochavim." Oh yeah, maybe later. No, I don't eat pork. Thank you. Um, um, yo, so far I've been able to keep kosher at
Did someone
Burning
just
Man, but it might,
actually ask you?
yeah.
What just happened? I'm so
Some
curious.
guy walked over. He said, "You want some food?" I said, "Yeah, maybe later." He said, "You eat pork?" I said, "No."
Wow.
Yeah,
Nice,
they're
bro.
grilling up pork next door.
Wait, he literally asked you if you ate pork?
Yeah.
Dude,
That's
it's so
just,
crazy that happened in
it's
Sheer.
almost contrived. I mean, yeah, wow. Tremendous.
Listen, hopefully we can get out of here without having to eat any treif. But
Mhm.
listen, if it's pikuach nefesh, you make a shahako on the pork.
Oh, is
If
that
you're
true?
eating, yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Wow.
If
Great.
it's not
That's
pikuach
crazy.
nefesh, you don't make a bracha on the pork. If it's pikuach nefesh, you make a shahako on the pork.
Wow.
Anyways, so Rabbi Eliezer says you take the hanat yamach. So they said to him, they said to Rabbi Eliezer, ain't bodin, ain't bishul. What? You're gonna throw the money that you have like that? Let's say, because let's say you used a few dollars worth of branches for Odazara, and you cooked $1,000 worth of bread in this oven, and you just had a few of Odazara plants in there. So the Chachamim say you can't eat it as a bad. No, Rabbi Eliezer says, just throw a few dollars into the Dead Sea, and then you'll be fine. They said to him, wait a second, you can't be podeh, you can't redeem avodas kochavim. Rabbanan the pligia the Rabbi Eliezer man ninu. So the rabbis were arguing with Rabbi Eliezer, who are they? Ilem Rabbanan de Eitzim. If you're going to say these are the Rabbanan, the rabbis of the trees who are very machmer, achmurei machmurei, they're very machmer. El Rabbanan to Seor. Rather, it has to be the Rabbanan from the Seor case, from the case of the leavened bread. What did the rabbis say in the leavened bread? They said it's okay as long as there's not enough yeast of truma by itself to make the bread rise. It's fine. So, right? So saying, wait, these rabbis are being machmir, the same rabbana? No, it's the rabbis of the shore who are being mako. Are the rabbis in our Mishnah that say Zephazagorim is when it comes to when it comes to um the tree? Because right, we said the reason why, because the guy's not, by the tree. Um, why the rabbi say it was fine. You can do it because the benefit and the loss are coming from this tree. Yeah, the shade is hurting the fruit, the vegetables, and the fertilizer is good for the vegetables, so it cancels each other out. The Gemara used that case from Erichin about the skin and the flesh of a korban. It makes it better, makes it worse. Hurts this, helps that. So it's a push. Anyways, so it's the rabbis of the Seor. Imur deshmatlu, the rabbanan the makile b'Seor. Okay, the rabbis are mako are lenient with regards to yeast. But here they're being mako by idolatry in our Mishnah, and they're like, yeah, what if it's a big deal? This is good, this is bad. shade is bad for the vegetable, and fertilizer is good, so they cancel each other out. Very makel position. The rabbis are going to be makel, okay, by yeast, but by avodah zarah. Olam Rabbi Yosi v'Harabanan. Really? The Gemara just said no, it's Rabbi Eliezer and the Rabbanan. We looked at two different possibilities of Rabbi Eliezer and the Rabbanan, the Machlekes, and neither of them make sense for our Mishnah. Says the Gemara. Le'olam is Rabbi Yosi and it's the Rabbanan. Aye. But what about the question that we asked? Aye, Rabbi Yosi, Zev Zakorim, Rabbi Yosi, what about the spear of Rabbi Yosi the Chacham? So he answered it. Is Rabbi Yosi really old? Zev Zakorim is other, is mutter. What about the case of the Orla that we saw at the beginning of Shir today? Rabbi Yosi l'tifrem Rabbanan Amar Lahu. Rabbi Yosi is saying, according to you guys, he's saying, that's like a type of thing that he's doing the Gemara. Amar Lahu, Rabbi Yosi says to the Chacham like this. He says, L'titi. According to me, according to Rabbi Yosi, Zev Zakorim is mutter. And this is how the Rambam paskins. According to me, Zev Zakorim is mutter. But according to you, the Amriso that you say Zev Zakorim is usher, you guys say that Zev Zakorim is usher, that the answer reason and the mutter reason causing something to grow, causing something to be, causing something to exist is usher. Oduli Mias agreed to me, however, Av Yerakos Mimosa Geshamim, even veggies in the rain time should be usher because of the fertilizer. So you should, right? I just have the garment mutter, but you guys just have the garment is usher. But you should agree to me that fertilizer. And the Rabbanan get the Amar Rav Mari, Parade Rav Kahana, Amar Rav Yehuda, Amar Shmuel. I love this Rabbi Yossi.
About 15.
Rabbanan say like Mari Parade Rav Kahana. Remember Mari Parade Rav Kahana? Good old Mari.
I remember Uncle Morris.
Uncle Morris. So Mari Parade Rav Kahana was the guy who said in that Gemara in Erichin that Mashish Biach Be'or Ifzid Bebazar. Pogim Bebazar. So we saw that case that it kind of cancels out. Yeah, it helps, but it also hurts. We didn't totally get what exactly that case was, but we got the principle. Okay, now we're going to see Rashi. First of all, we got it. We got it, but now we need to see the Rashi. Okay. So Yichor is a nof. It's like, right, you can plant trees of orla, but you can't plant walnuts of orla because the walnut is like a vegetable. But you can plant just a regular tree. Just do here. So you can't plant the fruit, but Rav Yehuda Amarav says that Rav Yossi is agrees that if you did this way, in the echoes when the tree grows and fruit grow from it, Havalu Anachberos Bigroma, the echoes, it was caused by the echoes of Isser, but it was also caused by the karka the head there. And Rav Yossi says, yeah, it's okay. So is Rav Yossi holds Seven Zikorim is mutter. Why are you telling me Seven Zikorim is usher? Right? I mean, yeah, the egos caused the egos to grow, but guess what caused the egos to grow? The ground. So the Gemara says, Ivrich v'hirchiv. So in that, right? If you did it, it's in Hebrew, Yichor Shal Orla Be'ilan Shteigin. You graft an orla tree to an old tree and mother to eat the fruit immediately. Even though Avabi Shalom Ola and Shnei Orla, even if it didn't fill its orla years, orla is the first 3 years the tree is giving fruit called orla. Says that is a gory mother. Yeah, but if you graft the orla tree onto a rego tree, or a zakin tree, an elder tree, Riv, Shalom Aleich, if you graft the tree, the orla tree onto a zakin tree, it's mother. So he sees that is a gorm's mother, B'Hachanami Amrin on the Alma. And here also he's saying the time, Yalda, a little girl, a young tree, Shesibcha Bezikna, that you spread its leaves and its vines around an older tree. Badla, it was the orla is badla from it. I think. Lashon Acher, another lashon of this. Im nata egos del orla to Azr Hana. If you planted this egos of the orla, which is an Isr Hana, when it grows, you throw it into the ground, you plant it so it sprouts roots another way. There, and you also craft it to a principal tree. Um, um, Mutter to ozon berosh and to achersman by nami aida ilan shaheder. So it also comes from the mutter tree. It also comes from the other tree. Tekashali, Rashi says, and I have a question. The low ibri, the low irkiv, nami ikas zevizagorim. It's still zevizagorim. You have the egos, you have the tree, you have the branch, you have the walnut, and you have the ground. So basically, Rashi says there's two ways to learn. Either the first way we learn, the second way we learn. Rashi says the second way we learn. It seems to be a little redundant. Okay. A yid may do. Shani lay Rabbi Yossi pain about his Yosari. So maybe you'll say, okay, yeah, Rabbi Yossi holds Seven Zagorim in that case, where it's the Orla, it's the egos, it's the ground, and it's the fruit that caused the tree to grow. But that he's Mako maybe only because that's Orla. But maybe Odazari is more Machmer. I'm gonna say, wait a second, you're gonna tell me. Rabbi Yossi makes a difference. The Abagat Mishari Zurn says the Gorim Mother's like that here's other, even if Odazara. I'll show you a brisa where if it says if you fertilize the field with a Vodazara fertilizer or you fatten the cow with the Vodazara fattening agent, we'll see there. Yossi says mother. Kashina Vodazavim. Celtic roses, Ojavdum. They worship these fattening agents, these I don't know, sap covered corn. I don't know. So one dot says it's okay to to eat the cow, and one dot and to plant the field, and one dot says no, Tibor, you have to let it go, turn into Burning Man 2023. Until all the benefit of the fertilizer is gone. And it's a hole. So we want to say my lava. The Gemara trying to ascertain, is it not that Adikdani saw that Israel that you can plant the tree. That's Rabbi Yossi. The Shaminan lay the Amar Gabe Orla Zev a Gorem Mother. He also Zev a Gorem Mother. Halinami Israel. Bezra Zevel. Plant and it will grow with the Zevel. Is there? It's under in the karka on the land that's out there. The low shiny being of us. We see here that if that's the sheet of Rabbi Yossi, then Rabbi Yossi holds that even in Avodah Zev is a Gorem's mother. The gotcha isn't. And I'm saying, gotcha, why does Rosie say that? Even during the winter, you can put it under the tree because it might drop some leaves from fertilizer. The bara dishrat, the dolan, you can eat the cow that was fattened. Wait, this cow it grew to become a 400-pound cow, and then you get a little food to make it 401 pounds. But it's Zevizagorim, and Rabbi Yossi says it's mutter. From eating mutter food, right? And that, the Gemara tries to ascertain. Gidani said that's the Rabbanon. The Amri, they say, Avina Zevel. The Rabbanon were the ones who say, no, it's even going to become Zevel. Right? These are the Rabbanon that said to Rabbi Yossi, you can't grind it, right? The Hadisharim as Nisan, and that which they said it was okay in our mission to plant in rainy days under a tree of Orla. Zorin Dagda Yeragos Arjanina play Machimish Benevia Bogin Betel. So yeah, the leaves fall down and fertilize it, and so the tree helps, but the tree also hurts with the shade during the rain season, and it's giving it shade. So it's helping and hurting, and it cancels out like Ravari Magahana. The Gemara tries to say no. It's not Rabbi Yossi and the Rabbana. There's many questions at this point. From the Rabbi Yossi says, trying it up and let it go, but here's being Machmir. We don't want to try to say maybe it's not Rabbi Yossi and the Rabbana and have to answer up for our Mishnah. Maybe we'll just say that it's Rabbi Yossi and the Rabbana. Now we went through two cases. You can't do it. You're gonna say he said you can grind and throw it to the wind. Maybe it will become fertilizer. So he flipped off how Rabbi Yossi was Mako in that case. It was because he already grounded it up, and I was mevatel it. In our case, that avodah zarah is not mevatel the derech gidulasaf, the way that it grows. So it's going to drop trees. So the Gemara still wants to say that maybe Rabbi Yossi holds that a garment of avodah zarah is asher. Maybe it's Rabbanan. Maybe and Rabbi Eliezer. So which machlok is Rabbi Eliezer and the Rabbanan? So is it the case of Sor, the Sor Shel Chulin and Sor Shel Truba? So you have two different types or two different origins of yeast. So that's what told Isa Shel Chulin. This is Rashi Kedei L'Chametz. Isa, so none of them have enough to be a rising agent for the amount. So the Rabbanans say, Rabbi Eliezer says, I'm going according to the last one. If it's Chulin, Nava Adron, it's bit is Mevatel the Rishon, it cancels the first. And Mutter Lazarim, it's Mutter for non-glutton to eat. Truma, Nava Adron, but if Truma was the last thing that fell, then Zarim, that non-glutton did. Right? Rabbi Lazar, he's talking about Rabbi Lazar, talking about we only learn the Acharon that's mutter if you came Ella Shekadam the Silik as the Isser and you took the Isser out of it.
We got 4 minutes.
Okay. Kodu nefilazo shel zeh. Before it fell in. Before the mudra one fell in, you took the first one out. Legal Neymar had there mitzarif le'izr. You can't say that the head there was adding to the izr to make the possible shear for the izr. Avobi shekvar nazan goach izr be'iza. Since it still gave a little bit of yeast of leaven to the dough. Lo aiza muchmezis ayidei acher. Since there was never a mount to fully mix fries in and of itself, the second one, but only you took the first one out. Your voters are out. It's other. Shava B Shanava had their Livisov Iser. Seven Gorem is other, and the Rabbanan would hold no. Since it's not enough, Seven Gorem is mother. So maybe the Machlokas over there by Orla is really Rabbi Eliezer and the Chachamim, like the Machlokas that they had by Sor, where the Rabbanim were Matir and Rabbi Eliezer was Oser. So we said, how do you know that that's the reason for Rabbi Eliezer? That you can't prove conclusively that we're talking about Zevizagore. Maybe they're just talking about the Svara of the last one that falls in about the Sabra that he holds, says Rashi. Tomorrow, Be'ezer, Azir. If it ends with the Izer, Azir. Tomorrow, if it ends with the Mutter, it's Mutter. When they fall together, La'olam Ka'amar L'chazevzagore is Mutter. He would say Zevzagore is Mutter, really. Rabbi Eliezer would also agree Zevzagore is Mutter, and so it's not a Machlokas Zevzagore. So he said, no, maybe it's a Machlokas Rabbi Eliezer coming by Eitzim, by trees. Mina Ashera, an Ashera tree. So you get a Ashera tree to branch to heat up your oven. Chadash Yutat. If it's new, the first time you do a clay thing, that causes the oven to become usable oven. And so if you're using others, then for the first time, then you have to destroy the oven. But if it's Yajan Yutan, just making it cold. Don't cook with this heat. It didn't become part of the actual oven proper. If you cooked the bread in it, whether it's new or and afterwards you use butter, because it's an old tree, the Iser that you did spin trees to it, it would be both those cases it was Zevzagore. Branches. The Alma Zevzagore is also going to Rabbi Eliezer. And so we say, this is being made on there. Hello, Rabbanan Zor, please. Here, so we have, because the Chum can be this, the Chum can be that. We don't know who the Chum can be. It can be different Rabbanan. Rabbanan here,
1 minute, 1 minute.
The first Tana here could be a different Tana than the other Tana. Avilu Navar Isra Bezov, Goshiki Navar, fertilizer. What is that? That's Rabbi Yossi. Tishamina Legabe Orla. We heard about Orla that our mother. They got Avodas Kochavim, they got Amar Shochik, and also by Avodas Zarah, he says you can grind it and throw it to the wind. The Lojani Ben Avodas Kochavim, and he always holds 7 seconds his mother. It doesn't matter by Avodas Zarah or otherwise. The time Allah Kedeshaninan Mishum the Adil the Ibud. Hatikashalach Rabbi Yossi the Mazizin